Welcome back to my channel, Genie speaking, and today's video lesson is about how singular and plural forms work in Italian language. Well, this is a very tricky topic because English language simplifies things with adding s to nouns in order to make them plural. Also, that works with adjectives. There are, of course, in English language some exceptions, some irregular forms, but the majority of nouns and adjectives follow the main rule. However, in Italian language is not that easy because nouns, verbs, and adjectives, also adverbs too, in Italian language they change their form depending by their number. Often the first part of words remain the same, while endings change depending by singular or plural form. So first and foremost, let's start with male gender nouns. The majority of male gender nouns will end by the vowel O. Classic example, libro, book. Libro, it is singular male. As I said, the majority of Italian masculine gender nouns, adjectives, and verbs will end by O. However, plural changes the final vowel and libro becomes libri, book becomes books. As the majority of masculine Italian nouns will end by vowel O, there are some minorities that end with different vowels. For instance, it is not that rare to find Italian nouns ending by vowel E. Cane, dog. The plural is still cani, dogs. So the E morphs in I. Libro, libri, cane, cani, singular and plural. A bunch of Italian nouns will end by vowel A. The pirates becomes the pirates in English, as il pirata becomes I pirati, plural. Again, so far you cannot get it wrong because plural always morphs the final vowel in I. I pirati, also the article I is male plural. Don't worry, I leave here on the tab and in the description a video I made about Italian articles. It is a complete video, you can watch it to understand how articles behave correctly in Italian language. But going back, there's the last category of Italian masculine gender nouns, and are nouns that end by vowel I. Yes, there are some nouns like alibi is the translation of alibi. Alibi, it is singular but ends with vowel I. Plurals stays with the vowel I. No shit, Sherlock. So the alibi becomes the alibis in English language. In Italian, you only change the article. Lo alibi, but there are two vowels. So L apostrophe, l'alibi, it is better. Singular form changes into gli alibi, plural form. Now, feminine nouns. The majority of Italian feminine nouns will end by vowel A, like bambina, female child. Bambina becomes bambine, female kids. So for the majority of Italian nouns that are female gender, the final A becomes E. Simple as that. However, there will be a bunch of Italian feminine nouns that end with vowel O, like mano, hand. La mano, the hand. Le mani, the hands. So, feminine gender nouns that end with vowel O follow the same rule for what concerns masculine nouns. O becomes I. You can face Italian feminine nouns ending with vowel E. In that case scenario, the E becomes a I. Noce, la noce, the nuts, becomes le noci, the nuts. There will also be female Italian nouns ending with vowel I, like oasi. La oasi becomes le oasi. I stays I. Particular case scenarios are names, either masculine or feminine, that end by the compound cha and ja, C-I-A-G-I-A. If that compound is preceded by vowel, the I stays. Camicia, la camicia, the shirt, becomes le camicie, the shirts. You change the final A in a E, however you retain the vowel I. La valigia, the suitcase, becomes le valigie, the suitcases. But if cha and ja are preceded by a consonant, the I goes away. Pioggia, la pioggia, the rain, becomes le piogge, the rains, without the I. Arancia, the orange, becomes le arance, the oranges. Another compound pretty peculiar of Italian nouns is cio and gio, C-I-O and G-I-O. Those kind of words always form plural by changing O in I. Il riccio, the hedgehog, becomes I ricci, the hedgehogs. Some exceptions are the irregular words. Some irregular words have only plural form, like gli occhiali, the glasses, le forbici, the scissors, le ferie, the vacations. So it is hard to find the singular form of those words. You will always find the plural form in every written and spoken Italian. Other exceptions are male gender noun ending by ca and ga, C-A-G-A, whereas there's no the E, C and G are pronounced with hard sounds, because in Italian language vocal E just soften down and transform G and G in C and G. For instance, il monarca, the monarch, becomes I monarchi. Words ending by ca and ga becomes chi and gi. Whereas in Italian language, the presence of the H instead makes C and G hard consonants. Last but not least, names ending by io, I and O. Those nouns form plural in I if the I bears no accents. Lo studio, the study, becomes gli studi, the studies. So you simply eliminate the O and you leave the I. However, if the I bears an accent like zio, you must retain that vowel because it is important for pronunciation and enunciation of the word. And the plural goes with two E's. You simply add an additional E. So lo zio, the uncle, becomes gli zii, the uncles. Ladies and gentlemen, class is dismissed. Remember, if you have any question or doubts, please leave comments below. I will be glad to answer to your questions, and let me know if you like my video lessons. Meantime, subscribe to my channel and watch other videos. But remember, the most important thing is we speak like a genius. Bye bye.